Up next on Lion TV, Brooklyn Shaver joins us with a detailed overview of the expectations and guidelines the students are encouraged to follow throughout the school year, and an update on the attempted assassination of Donald Trump.
And I'm Jayla Chase with all of your weekly sports updates. All that and more. And Lion TV starts now.
Hello, Cersei. Welcome back to another episode of Lion TV. I'm Aubrey Jones.
And I'm Brooklyn Shaver. Let's jump right into some morning announcements.
NHS students are introducing one-on-one student tutoring sessions. Sessions will take place in Miss Elliott's room 326 at 8 a.m. before Smart Start time on Thursdays.
For all 9th grade students, the deadline for sign-up and payment for the 9th grade pre-ACT is October 3rd. The cost is $20. Return forms and payment in room 326.
High school students interested in pre-health can register to attend Ouachita Baptist Healthcare Professions Day on October 18th. For more information, please see the counselor's office.
The SHS Care Closet has clothing and hygiene products free of charge for any student. If you have any questions about the Care Closet, go to room 204 or email jmeans-ct@cerseischools.org.
Next week is Spirit Week, and dress-up days are: Monday is Sand versus Snow Day, dress for tropical weather or cold weather. Tuesday is Students Dress Like Teachers, Teachers Dress Like Students. Wednesday is Character Day, dress as your favorite movie or book character. Thursday is Throwback Thursday, dress as any decade. Friday is Blackout, dress in all black. I always wanted to know what our schools expect from us.
I talked to our principal and resource officer just about that.
Oh, neat! Let's see what they have to say.
The new school year has just begun, and with that, there are many new expectations and rules that the faculty and staff have in store for our students and our future successes.
My hopes are that all of our students are successful in all their endeavors. They come to school regularly, they do well in their classes. I just want everybody to come here, get what they need, follow their path to graduation, and find success where they can.
Getting to school on time, completing your work to the best of your abilities, and following the rules are some of the best ways that you can succeed in school and in life as well.
Want students to be here on time, where they're supposed to be, working hard. And if they work hard, our teachers work hard, we're going to do our best to ensure that everybody is successful this school year.
From the students, it's pretty simple. Like the first day that we all got pulled into the PAC and kind of went over rules, and they're very simple to follow. It's just whether you want to make the decision to follow those. You can do the right thing or you can choose to do the wrong thing and understand there's consequences.
Our teachers have been working hard to plan based on what our current curriculum needs are, making sure that students are learning, but essentially we are working towards ensuring our students get what they need to lead towards graduation.
The staff has tried many various tactics to try and ease up on phone usage in the past few years, but with the new state law, it is now required for the faculty to implement this rule to the best of their ability.
We are not naive in that 1,200 teenagers are not going to have their phone on them. If we can create an environment where they're not on their phones, perhaps we can kind of increase that knowledge base a little bit better.
You're going to have your times when somebody has their cell phone out when they're not supposed to, and that's to be expected. But overall, I've noticed that students are actually being more involved, and I think teachers are having a great time of actually catching kids' attention more than kids being on their cell phones.
We're only a few weeks in, the staff already has high hopes for the students and have a lot of good advice that they want to share with us if only we choose to listen.
I noticed that lunchtime is a lot more louder. The reason why is there's no cell phones, so it's nice to see people smiling and congregating with one another. In the hallways, they were actually smiling and talking to their friends. There's been nothing but positive.
As long as we can continue to do what we're required to do, we'll continue to instruct and students will continue to learn.
The staff is looking forward to seeing what this new school year has to offer. Now let's send it back to the news desk.
Thanks, Brooklyn. I'll make sure to take Officer DeWitt's advice to heart. Willie Mott has been convicted of capital murder and murder in the first degree of the deaths of T. Angela Tate and her 2-month-old son, Noel, by a Pulaski County jury. 2 arrested in killings of Jacksonville mother and son found near I-440 ramp. Mott was arrested with connection with the murders in February of 2024, with both the bodies of T. Angela and Noel were found on Interstate I-440. It was believed that Mott shot and killed T. Angela Tate in their home they shared in Jacksonville before discarding their body on the ramp. The cause of death for Noel was not released. After being convicted of their charges, Mott was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences with an additional 25 years by the Arkansas Department of Correction. This verdict can never bring back T. Angela and baby Noel, nor erase the suffering endured by the surviving child, said prosecuting attorney Will Jones. But today, the jury ensured that justice was served and that the defendant will never again harm another innocent person.
Tech giant Oracle will receive a copy of TikTok's algorithm to operate for U.S. users, according to senior official in President Donald Trump's administration on Monday. Determining next steps for the algorithm, currently owned by the Beijing-based ByteDance, has been one of the most closely watched issues during negotiations over TikTok's future. The Trump administration official who insisted on anonymity to discuss the emerging deal said they believe the plan will satisfy national security concerns over a Chinese company potentially manipulating what is being shown to platform users. Full details on investors have not been released. However, the official confirmed that Silver Lake, a private equity firm, is part of the investment group.
Ryan Roof texted his 3 adult children and his fiancée separately to tell them that he loved them. According to cell phone records, shortly before authorities said he was spotted by a U.S. Security Service agent who identified Ralph as the man who tried to assassinate President Donald Trump at his Florida golf course. Later that same day, Ralph called his fiancée from the Palm Beach County Jail to tell her about his arrest, but she already knew. Ralph is representing himself in the federal court after being charged with trying to kill Trump and is set to present his defense Monday, calling just 3 witnesses. Seasoned prosecutors with the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Florida arrested their case Friday afternoon after spending 7 days and questioning 38 witnesses in an attempt to make sure Ralph spends the rest of his life in prison.
It's been kind of hot lately.
It sure has. Marley Snow is here with all our weather updates.
Good morning, Cersei. Today your high is going to be 81 degrees with a chance of thunderstorms. The rain is going to be 46% and the winds are going to be blowing west at 8 miles per hour. Your humidity is going to be 83% and your sun rose at 6:56 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight you're going to have a low of 64 degrees with partly cloudy skies. The rain is going to be 24% chance, and then the winds are going to be blowing at west at 5 miles per hour with a humidity of 98%, and your sun will set at 8:18 p.m. Onto that almanac. The last 7 days average was a high of 97 degrees and a low of 64. The monthly average of precipitation will be 3.83, and then that month today is going to be 2.27 inches. Onto that 5cast. Thursday, you're going to have partly cloudy skies with 80 degrees as your high and a 59 as your low with a 19% chance of rain. Friday, you'll have mostly sunny skies with a high of 83 and a low of 58, and your rain percent chance will be at 8%. Saturday, you'll have mostly sunny skies with a high of 85 and a low of 59, and then that's 7% chance of rain. Sunday, you're going to have mostly sunny skies with a high of 86 and a low of 60, and that rain is going to be at 7%. Monday, you're going to have mostly sunny skies with a high of 87 and a low of 62, and your rain is going to be at 5% chance. Well, Cersei, it looks like all that rain passed us by last week. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and I'm sending it back to the news desk.
Hey, Brooklyn, do you know what's for lunch today?
I do. Today for lunch we'll be having chicken Alfredo, classic cheese pizza, seasoned beef taco meat, classic chicken sandwich, chicken bruschetta salad, fresh pear, and milk. Be sure to thank all of our lunch ladies for all their hard work.
Cersei has many different sports teams.
That's right. Jayla Chase is here to tell us about our local Lions and Lady Lion teams.
Happy Wednesday, Cersei High. I'm Jayla Chase, and let's dive right into some sports announcements. Our SHS football game has their first conference game this week where they will face off against Whitehall. The Lions had a bye week this past week where they had a chance to recover and have extra time to prepare for the conference play where they are already having a great season starting 3-0. SHS volleyball team face off against Nettleton tomorrow where we will update you with the score later on in the week. Our volleyball team is having a solid season so far and they continue to improve their skills. Our tennis team will also play Thursday where they will be on the road to go face off against Valley View. Our tennis team looks to be really solid this year and have an opportunity to make a great run. Moving on to national sports. In the NFL, the LA Rams almost upset the Philadelphia Eagles where they led 19-7 at half. The Eagles would come out of half letting up a Matthew Stafford passing touchdown to Kyron Williams. The Eagles would start to get into rhythm with Jalen Hurts throwing a 33-yard touchdown pass to Dallas Goedert. The rest of the fourth quarter would be slow until the Eagles would block the Rams field goal, then score another touchdown. They would then end the game blocking another field goal and returning it back for a touchdown, completing the second half comeback. The New York Jets head coach Aaron Glenn went viral over the weekend when he sprinted and danced his way down the sideline as the team took the lead against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On a blocked field goal returned for a touchdown by linebacker Will McDonald, Glenn's dance became the new meme, at least for a brief moment, as a handful of social media users put an Earth, Wind, and Fire song underneath the group. However, it was all for naught. Baker Mayfield led the Buccaneers offense down the field and Chase McClellan kicked the game-winning field goal. Tampa Bay improved to 3-0 on the year while New York fell to 0-3. Monday, the Detroit Lions pulled off its second straight convincing win with a 38-30 road victory over the Baltimore Ravens. It was an impressive effort on both sides of the ball for Detroit and had all the hallmarks of a Campbell-coached Lions squad: aggressive yet disciplined play with a high level of execution. Over its last two games, Detroit combined to score 90 points after putting up only 13 in Week 1. And the Lions did so with the panicky people came to expect from previous offense coordinator Ben Johnson. On one of the fourth downs against the Ravens, Detroit converted using a trick play, a double pitch. That's all I have for sports today, Cersei. Back to the news desk.
Thanks, Jayla.
Well, that's all the time we have for you today, Cersei. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cersei High Lion TV.
And to follow us on X at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Aubrey Jones.
And I'm Brooklyn Shaver. See you Friday, Cersei.